You ever feel like you missed the boat on something big? Like, you weren't around when Bitcoin was $10. You laughed at Ethereum gas fees back when no one used Ethereum. You dismissed NFTs as internet JPEGs, and then watched them explode. Yeah, been there. Regret? I've tasted it. I've also learned something along the way. In crypto, it's not about being early. It's about understanding value before the crowd does. And that's what led me here, to this weird little corner of the crypto universe. A place where intelligence itself gets tokenized, where mining isn't about hardware, and where the value isn't just financial. They call it Bittensor. So, what the hell is dTao? To explain that, let's back up. In Bitcoin, you mine coins. The more computing power you bring, the more rewards you get. In Ethereum, you stake ETH to secure the network and earn yield. Simple, right? But Bittensor said, wait, what if we didn't reward hardware? What if we rewarded intelligence? And that's where dTao comes in. It's a mechanism, no, a philosophy that says value should flow to intelligence, and intelligence should compete to prove itself useful. Here's how it works. In Bittensor, there are subnets. We'll get to those in a second. Each subnet is like a small economy where AI models compete. The ones that prove the most valuable get rewarded with tokens. But here's the kicker. The rate of token issuance itself is dynamic. It's not fixed. It's not printed endlessly. It's adjusted in real time based on how valuable the AI contributions are to the network. That's dynamic TAO, a monetary policy that changes based on actual intelligence output. Let that sink in. In most cryptos, token inflation is either fixed or voted on by governance. But dTao? It says prove your intelligence, compete, and the protocol will reward you proportionally. This is proof of value, not just proof of work or stake. And here's where it gets controversial. Most of crypto is blind speculation. But dTao is saying you don't deserve rewards unless you're actually contributing intelligence to the network. Think about that. Is that harsh? Maybe. Is it more fair than giving rewards to idle stakers? I'd argue yes. But I want to hear what you think. Should crypto rewards be tied to raw contribution and intelligence, like in dTao, or is that gatekeeping innovation? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'll be there debating with you. Okay, let's break down the subnet idea, because it's genius. Imagine Bittensor as a giant brain, but instead of one big AI doing everything, it's made up of smaller, specialized AI networks. Each of those is a subnet. One subnet might specialize in language generation. Another might rank search results. Another might specialize in translation or recommendation systems. And get this, each subnet is like its own mini economy, with its own leaderboard. AI miners compete within their subnet. They provide answers, recommendations, insights, whatever the task is. Other nodes score those outputs. The best models get to the top of the leaderboard and earn TAO rewards. So while most blockchains are just about transactions, Bittensor is about intelligence competitions. And it's real-time, dynamic, raw, merit-based. Now here's the spicy part. Each subnet has its own community, its own rules, its own dynamics. That means the network fragments and evolves based on what intelligence matters most. And guess who decides what's valuable? The other miners, the validators, the community itself. This isn't just decentralized AI, it's decentralized value judgment. And if that doesn't blow your mind, I don't know what will. Let's talk money. Because at the end of the day, you're probably wondering, okay, but how do I get involved? How do I earn or benefit from this? Enter the alpha token. Each subnet in Bittensor has its own alpha token. Think of alpha like this. It's the token representing value flow within that specific subnet. So if you believe in a subnet that does say AI translation, you can buy or earn alpha tokens from that subnet. These tokens are generated through staking competitions. Remember the validator-miner structure? Miners produce intelligence. Validators evaluate and stake. The better the match, the more rewards generated. This dual structure means that alpha tokens aren't just given, they're earned through value alignment. And here's where it gets spicy again. If a subnet underperforms, its alpha token becomes worthless. There's no bailout, no rescue pump. You either create value or you fade away. How's that for economic Darwinism? So alpha tokens aren't just another airdrop. They're proof of alignment, proof of value, and proof of vision. Now the part you've been waiting for. I'm not an AI developer. I'm not mining intelligence. Can I still be part of this? Short answer, yes, you can become a validator. Here's how it works. You get dTao tokens, Bittensor's main token, from an exchange. You delegate or stake your dTao on miners in a subnet. Based on your choice, if your miner performs well, you both earn rewards. Those rewards are often given in alpha tokens. So by staking on the right intelligence, you become part of the value flow. You're not just betting on prices, you're backing intelligence. And this flips the narrative. Instead of asking which token will moon, you ask which subnet is solving real problems. That's powerful. That's what makes this different from everything else in crypto. So now you understand what dTao is. How Bittensor rewards intelligence, not speculation. How subnets create ecosystems, and how alpha tokens represent actual value. But here's something that blew my mind even more. Because I'm not an AI engineer, I'm not training models, I'm not optimizing subnets 24/7. I'm a creator, just like many of you watching this. And for the longest time I thought, there's no real space for us in this whole AI revolution. We're the ones using the tools, not mining the value. Until I discovered something that completely flipped that belief. It's called Bitcast. And if Bittensor is the brain, Bitcast is its voice. Let me explain. Bitcast is a decentralized creator economy built directly on top of the Bittensor protocol. But it's not YouTube. It's not TikTok. It's not just another Web3 video platform. Bitcast is a competition. Content creators like me, like you, don't just post. They mine. That's right, on Bitcast, creators are the miners. We don't upload for likes or views. We upload to compete for crypto rewards, real, on-chain, algorithmically distributed. The more your content contributes to the network, educates, engages, inspires, the more crypto you earn. Why? Because in Bitcast, value is measured by intelligence and impact, not vanity metrics. And here's the kicker. You're not waiting for ad revenue. You're not relying on sponsorships. You're earning based on performance, scored by decentralized validators. Let me say that again. There are no middlemen, no brands taking a cut, no platform controlling the algorithm. Just you, your content, and the Bittensor-powered protocol deciding what's truly valuable. Now pause with me for a second. This idea, it's radical and kind of uncomfortable because it asks a really controversial question. What if we stopped rewarding content based on popularity and started rewarding it based on usefulness? Imagine that world. No more gaming the algorithm, no more drama bait, no more copying viral trends just to survive. Instead, creators compete by actually being useful, by being smart, by contributing something meaningful to the network. Some people hate this idea. They'll say, but creativity shouldn't be scored. We shouldn't compete for value. Art is art. And hey, I get that. But here's the truth. We're already being scored. By YouTube, by TikTok, by shadow algorithms we don't understand. Bitcast just makes it transparent, open source, fair, and that's what makes it different. Bitcast isn't just a random platform. It's powered by Bittensor. It uses the same dTao philosophy we just explored. Reward intelligence, reward value. Let the network decide. Every piece of content you upload enters a scoring system powered by AI models, validators, and real-time feedback loops. If your content helps grow the network, you're rewarded in dTao and subnet alpha tokens. It's like YouTube meets mining pool, Medium meets validator economy, a content protocol where your voice is your mining rig. And here's why I think it's going to explode. Let's talk features. Because Bitcast isn't just idealistic, it's optimized. Speed rewards are distributed fast. No waiting 30 days for a payout. If your content performs today, you see it today. Scale. Anyone can join. Writers, podcasters, educators, vloggers. There's no gatekeeping. You bring the content, the network brings the scoring. Quality. Unlike Web 2, low-effort spam doesn't win. Content must compete, and competition means better content rises to the top. It's Web 3 meritocracy. And the first wave of creators on Bitcast, they're not influencers, they're educators, analysts, builders, people with something to say, not just sell. But here's what really got me. Bitcast isn't just about creator payouts. The first and foremost goal is this: raise awareness of the Bittensor ecosystem, push it toward mainstream adoption. This is the megaphone for the protocol. The lighthouse that signals, hey world, there's something smarter happening here, and we're inviting you in. And that's why I'm here. Because we're not just building an audience, we're building a new kind of internet. an intelligent one. One where you don't need to be early to win. You don't need 1 million followers to earn. You just need to bring something valuable to the table. If that vision excites you, like it excites me, you need to check this out. Bitcast.network, twitter.com/BitcastScoreNetwork. Links are in the description. So, by now you understand the why behind Bittensor, dTao, and Bitcast. You understand the philosophy. Reward intelligence. Let value flow based on merit. Make creators the miners. But maybe you're wondering, how do I actually see all this in action? Where do I track rewards? Where can I find active subnets, alpha token prices, and my wallet balance? Good questions, and I had the same ones when I started. That's why in this final part, I want to show you exactly where to go. These are the tools I use every day to track subnets, token flows, staking rewards, and even my own impact as a creator. Let's dive in. First up, my favorite dashboard, taostats.io. Think of it as the heartbeat monitor of the entire Bittensor network. What can you do here? Check the total number of subnets. As of right now, there are over 30 plus subnets, each focused on different types of AI, language, image, search, content scoring, etc. View real-time leaderboard stats. You can filter by subnet to see which miners are performing best and which validators are staking on them. Track token emissions and rewards. Want to know how much Tao is being distributed daily? It's all here. Open, transparent, immutable. I check Tao stats every morning like some people check the stock market. It's that essential. Next up is backprop.finance. This one's for the analytical minds, the data nerds like me. If Tao stats shows you the surface, backprop lets you dig deeper. You can track subnet reward performance over time. View validator strategies, see who they're staking on, and how their portfolios are performing. Analyze alpha token flows and spot subnet trends before they go mainstream. Want to become a validator? This is your research HQ. Want to just follow where smart money is going? This is your Intel dashboard. And it's beautifully designed too. Now let's talk alpha tokens. Because yeah, it's not just about Tao. Each subnet has its own alpha token, and they're tradable, trackable, and often highly volatile. Where do you go to see those prices? TaoMarketCap.com. It's basically CoinMarketCap, but for subnets. You can track the real-time price of alpha tokens. Compare subnet performance side by side. View descriptions and purposes of each subnet. Here's the controversial truth. Alpha tokens might become more valuable than Tao if the subnets themselves create serious utility. Yup, I said it. So if you're a long-term investor, this is where you research the frontier. But okay, you're probably thinking, where do I see my own balance? Where do I check my staked TAO, my miner score, or my validator rewards? That's where Tao.app comes in. It's the official wallet and staking interface for Bittensor. Simple, clean, powerful. Here's what you can do. View your Tao balance. See which subnet you're staking in. Track daily emissions and historical rewards. Connect your hotkey, cold key in a few clicks. For creators using Bitcast, this is where you'll see rewards show up. It's not some vague pending payout system. It's real crypto hitting your wallet. Last but not least, we've got Tao.xyz. This one is more than a tool, it's a hub. Tao.xyz is where you'll find deep documentation about how Bittensor works, links to community tools, guides, and GitHub, access to developer documentation for building your own subnet, news and updates from the ecosystem. If you're just starting, I'd suggest bookmarking this site immediately. It's the on-ramp to everything else we've talked about in this series. So let me ask you this. How often does a crypto project actually invite you to build with it, earn from it, and understand it fully? Bittensor does. Through dTao, through Bitcast, and through these open source consoles, they're saying this isn't just about trading tokens. It's about building a better intelligence economy. Not just for developers, not just for whales, but for you, me, and anyone willing to contribute something real. If this sounds like the kind of Web3 you want to be part of, don't wait. Explore subnets on taostats.io. Check your potential rewards on Tao.app. Research tokens on TaoMarketCap.com. Analyze strategies on backprop.finance. And dive into everything at Tao.xyz. All links are in the video description below. And before I end, I want to hear from you. Do you think content and intelligence should compete for value in real time? Or do we risk turning creativity into just another leaderboard? Let's debate.